All right, so I just woke up this morning. I'm happy for that. However, I got a report that my business has been hacked. What do I do next?
Right, so assess the damage. Get in contact with the IT department to assess what the attack is and what systems, if they were critical systems, or if they were just dummy systems, pass-through systems, to assess the damage. If it were something that were compromised, loss of information, records, if you're in the medical industry, medical records, consumer data, trade secret, proprietary information data, those are going to be more significant to recover from depending on what your backup strategy was. Second to that is get ready, brace yourself for a financial impact because it's going to be substantial most likely. 60% of small businesses don't recover from a cyber attack and are out of business within 6 months. And part of the substantial financial loss is every bit to do with the recovery efforts, getting the crisis management team in, the public relations team in, retraining staff, paying ransomware if that's the type of cyber attack that your business fell victim to, and buying additional layered cybersecurity so you prevent it from happening or reoccurring the next time.
That communication side of it, like how quickly do you start telling people? Do you tell people internally? Is there a protocol for that?
There should be a protocol, and this goes back to having cybersecurity as part of the overall business strategy and very integrated into the organization at every level, because when you're dealing with these bigger companies and personal information that's been breached, you first start off with your incident response team, and that's a very small controlled group of folks that in cyber your goal is to isolate and not allow for the attack to spread. And so the IT team will be busy doing that, and in parallel you would want to call in the legal team, or you would want to call in the auditing team or the marketing media team and start to strategize on how the information is going to get disseminated to the consumers or to the public, depending on what industry you're in. Part of that strategy also has to include, or should include rather, an allotment for paying for things like in a data breach monitoring software and paying for getting the word out, because getting the word out is substantial from a financial perspective.
So try to get out in front of it as quickly as possible if possible.
Yes, don't overreact though, because you don't want to jump the gun. It could be that some data was compromised that might not, it might just be a first name and a last name, and although that's still personal information, a first and a last name is not going to be very lucrative or to a cyber criminal. It's an aggregate of information, your social security number, your birth date, plus your first name, last name, that makes identity theft a real thing.
Yeah, so understand the complexity of it. So.
Understand the complexity.
Love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.